Welcome back to Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai with the Scramble for the Far East mod. It's now 1866, spring has arrived, and we're ready to take on the British and subjugate them. In between, during winter, a few things happened. We captured a territory, and we lost a territory. I was able to sneak through with troops through this bridge right here, then through right here, and then up to take control of the castle here at Sanada. But in the meantime, the British marched through here and they recaptured Kyoto. Kyoto doesn't have a castle, and the garrison couldn't stand against the mighty force of the enemy, so it fell. But now, as spring has arrived, I have moved my forces into position, so we should be able to reclaim that. And those are the major things that has been happening. The enemy has kind of constantly been trying to lay siege to this area right here. But they're not really getting anywhere. They don't really bring enough troops to bring up here. Also, I've been able to get another general. So we have a general stationed here now. And I will be building a marine army. So we'll be building like this sort of the standard blocks of how we build the set up our armies. But this one will only be marine troops. So I'm building up marine troops here in Kaga. And hopefully... Alright, the port is still... burning? No? Oh, yes, I am out of... I can't simply recruit them because I don't have... I can't recruit anymore. This... I'm sure I've got marines somewhere else. Where I probably can delete a few, or I can delete these guys. And I can replace them with the new ones. Or maybe that's not necessary because... actually, when I look at it, I think it might be worth it just to completely like redo those troops and rebuild them from scratch. Also need a little bit of cavalry, but that's set up there. Also, of course, we got this guy right here, Caspar von Hindenburg, has made it down here. I'm not entirely sure when I got him. But so we have two additional generals that we haven't seen before. So that's pretty nice. Zimmerman, famous for his telegrams. And then Hindenburg is famous for his hot air. He wished he was hot air, I guess we could say. In terms of technology, nothing interesting here. Going for the second level of military statistics, which will increase replenishment. And as we can see around here, around Hindenburg, we are building up a tier 2 armies actually. So we'll have one actually led by Caspar, and then he'll have one which is kind of just a reinforcement force that will come in right behind them, that won't have a proper general. And so we'll try to attack the French here and have the tier 2 armies snake their way through here and take over all of the French territory, and then we'll isolate the French, I guess, in this province, or it might be, I'm not sure which province actually I will put them in, because, where am I going? Because, you know what, these two have coal, and this one has iron, so, probably would be nice to hold those provinces myself, so we could put them here. But that means, like, there's a jump past that, it'll be complicated, but we're nowhere close on invading it as of yet, so... that's something I can worry about in the future. Today, what I'm going to worry about is the British. So we're gonna start by once again invading Kyoto. This time around I will show you the battlefield of Kyoto, since it doesn't have a proper fort. The British have been able to recruit quite a bit of interesting cavalry units. They'll be interesting for a second or two before they all die. And it's kind of lucky for me that they decided to send all that cavalry, more or less, there's 3 units here. But all of that cavalry into the fort, where they'll be able to do the least amount of damage. When it comes to this battle right here. One thing we should do, though, is make sure that we are able to move in and actually lay siege to this as soon as possible before this army comes in and lays siege to it. We have a number of plans here. I can move in these guys without the cannons to lay the siege, and we'll see what happens here. But yeah, first things first is that Himmler, Edmund Himmler, needs to charge in and take control of the Imperial capital. Well, there it is. Isn't much to look at, is it? The Imperial capital. A few hovels put together. A little bit of a nicer hovels up here, but then again they seem to have yeah, not a very nice Imperial capital, is it? I do not know where the Emperor is, but we might find out, as I intend to set most of this on fire. With that said, let's go ahead and start, shall we?
Ready to attack, sir.
And let's see, we're gonna start selecting canister and firing quite high into the air. Right. And then we can see the fire kind of spreads away. Wonderful. Alright, there's the enemy cavalry moving in towards my grenadier section. We'll go ahead and order them out as soon as possible. Where's the rest of the army? This can't be it. The rest of the army must be hiding somewhere. In the town, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and fire another canister. This one, very high. Oh, I think I fired way too high. Yeah, I fired way too high. It went over the houses. Maybe some of these houses might set on fire. Right, the enemy dragoons were brought down. Were brought low by my grenadiers. The Duke of Cambridge and his bastard lancers forced away. Where's the rest of the army? It's just the cavalry as we can see it now. Where is that? Why are they? They're hiding. They're hiding within the town. Right, another excuse for me to set it on fire. Let's not fire too high this time around. There we go. And then we can see as it flies through, setting fire to a few buildings there. Disappointing. Alright, time to move in the rest of the troops. I want most of the fighting to take part in the actual town, because that'll look cool and cinematic. We get an extra 2 cannons to set fire to even more of the town, so we'll set them up there. You ready to fire another canister? There. I learned my lesson. Let's not fire too high this time around. Set fire to 3 buildings there. I wish these were still on fire. Now, we've got Gurkha riflemen. We've got actually quite a few units moving in here. I'm gonna detach you to move in on the flank, and then the others will have to gain ground to attack the enemy. And then I want concentrated fire towards this unit in the middle. When did I set fire to these buildings? Right. The cavalry has retreated, giving me room to move these guys all the way up to the walls of this stupid town. Ooh, you've lost a lot of men just through that. Can I get concentrated fire over here? Right, we broke down the Gurkhas. I think the Grenadiers can gain even a little bit more ground here. Alright, now the cavalry's moving out. Where's the rest? Oh, there's some cavalry. There's some units. Okay, so more of... Oh, now I can see more of the army. Does the Emperor live in this house? That's probably the fanciest house I've seen so far. And let's now, as we have a little bit of spare time here, to fire canister into town. Setting more of it on fire. You know, wouldn't be colonialism if there were a few war crimes done. Let's see if we can get a few units into town here. And then the rest will moved up behind. Okay, so you're really close here. Alright, you're gonna have to move up. Take cover behind the houses, and then you can move in closer. Sounds like a plan. Right, reselect targets. I want canister again. This time around, I'm pretty sure I want to set fire to a few houses here. The kind of thatch roof houses, they set fire on really easy, and there's a lot of them right here, so I should be firing on that. Okay, these guys have made it in, and they could possibly set up here to fire through that way. Nothing's coming down through this street as of yet, but they do still have troops way back here. We've lost quite a bit of grenadiers, but they're doing really well here in the fighting. Can I get another one? Let's see. All the thatch roofs over here. Wonderful. And then it is who flies through there. Didn't set fire to a single one of them. Disappointing. Okay, now I want them to fire shrapnel shot. Surely that will have unintended, accidental consequences of burning down half the town. Splendid. Yes. Fire on this unit. You know what? We need the cannons closer to get shrapnel shot in there. What am I more excited about? Burning down the capital city? Or defeating my enemies? I'm not sure. Can I not be delighted by both propositions? I feel it was in my right as a conqueror. Right, we're gonna have units start moving up. Moving on up through the streets. There's a lot of troops being moved up the main street. It goes straight through. I feel like there's so much more. Oh. So much more that could be set on fire. Conditional. You know what? Let's just hold and fire from where we are right now. From what I can see, most of the units are over there. We have the dragoons on this side. Could swing in. Start closing out the flank. A little bit disappointed. I do. Oh, the cannon shot that I fired earlier has now burst into flames. Well, the house has. 2 cannons are ready to set up. A little bit disappointed that we haven't been able to get more fires going. Maybe if I specifically target the houses. British are just marching into our fire over here. Completely cut to pieces. There's quite a few units moving in the back here. And down through this street. Okay, now you're doing as I'm saying. Firing on this house. What if I order them to fire here? You know what? What I want to do is I want to have you move to be able to fire on this one. Then you move down the street there. You will continue forward. And then why don't you move down there? The dragoons have now made it through. We will close in and hold on this side. Actually, not that close. Looks like the horse guard is closing in. Most of these have been put down. Can I get another canister going in through town? Yes, we have set a few more fires. Why aren't you firing? They're right there on the... You can fire straight up the flank. There we go. That's what we want to see. And now, in addition to that, I want concentrated artillery fire right onto that spot right there. All artillery needs to be fired into this direction. Could probably gain a bit of ground here. And then maybe you can even stand on top of this. And then the grenadiers will gain further ground by moving up through here. Alright, the enemy was beaten. Alright, hold fire and now reselect. The dragoons will pass through. Fire from down there. And instead of focusing on burning down the town, maybe I should focus on moving the troops through the streets here. So we can get this unit through here. And then you can be moved down through here. As the rest continue forward here.
Sir, I fear your general is in mortal peril, sir.
How are you getting fired upon? I'm not even close to the fighting. That should be a good spot to fire on. These guys are firing from up here. Should be able to fire into the streets. Right, wonderful. Firing down through the streets here. And if you just get your shit together, you will be able to fire down the streets here as well. I don't know what that bug is when you're too close to the units, so you can't actually hear the shots being fired. Alright, they are broken. So are these units. Let's have the grenadiers quickly move through here. Dragoons firing in. They're not doing that much damage though, it seems. A lot of shots seems to be missing. The horse guards. The horse guard are shattered. I think they're all shattered by now. There we go. I think that's it. We are all victorious now. The enemy has given up on the Imperial capital. And I stand victorious. decisive victory! We only lost 500 men, while we were able to take down Badly, Horatio Badly, with his 5,000 men. Only ever deployed 8,000 men. In a large part because this army unfortunately lost quite a few men in one of the sieges it took part in. Its replacements are on the way, but since we lost this, the train station, so I couldn't order the troops all the way forward. I'll show you right now. But they are on the way. The replacement for his army are on the way. But unfortunately, because we lost the train station here, which is part of this territory, meant that we had to stop at this train station right here. So the troops, yeah, they lost a lot of time. Let's see. Wait, where are they? Didn't they get... Oh, they never even got that far. Here they are. Oh, now I can actually move them all the way. There we go. Now we can pull in the reinforcements for the main faction leader's army. Great. So he's gonna get 1 lifeguard and then 3 Nassau infantry to go ahead and replace the losses, which should bring him up to strength. Then we got 2 lifeguard units for the Brunswick army, which didn't have any guard units or any elite units, so I wanted to add that on to there. So that would be nice to kind of give them the same kind of power as most of the other armies here. Most armies, except this one doesn't have, but it has 4 grenadiers instead. Maybe not that impressive as a guard unit, but they might all... I guess I could add on grenadier units to more armies. But we'll see. Right now comes the second battle then, which is this, as we're about to cross the river and attack the enemy force on the other side here. We'll see. There might be a river back. Oh, wait. Why didn't he get reinforced by the second army? That makes this battle a whole lot more difficult. So, I've got 6,000 men against 17,000 enemies coming in. That's not good. That's not good at all. I do get a river crossing battle, which definitely will help me. We get a crossing point here and a bridge over here. The field is rather compact one compared to a lot of other fields, so it might be a good killing ground for my enemy. Looks like they're not gonna be charging us, or not right away anyways. They're immediately getting reinforced here. The problem here is they're gonna get 4 reinforcements, and as I move across, I put myself in a very dangerous spot, because at any moment another one of the reinforcement armies could turn up real close by and cause a lot of damage. I will take some time to allow them to get into position before I figure out my strategy to cross this river. It took a little while, but I was able to switch position, so we've marched across, and as the enemy keeps like tilting to stay away from us, they've given up this very nice big hill, and so I will just move in and take control of it. Now obviously this opens up for the enemy to possibly be bringing in reinforcement right behind us. Looks like a couple of units are actually moving in to meet us. I had 3 units that I will deploy on this side, and then these 4 that will go this side. The artillery is... I want them up on the hill, but right now I think we could do a better job putting them down here. Alright, we're trading fire with the Cameron Highlanders. They're barely hitting any of my men. Alright, we have lost 4. And they've lost almost like 40. So it's very good trade right now. I've got troops facing this way in case enemy reinforcements turn up that way. We've got 2 units coming through there. I want you to be able to fire as well. Move a little bit closer. Artillery position looks fine. We'll just order them forward a little bit. And then these units will be moved into line. Okay, I'll have to move actually quite far up through here to actually get in a position where I can fire. And these guys are not really firing back. You will be moved up so you can fire down upon them. I'll move the general over here so you can support. We are actually taking quite a bit of fire now. I want to move these guys forward. We have a few that moved across. I feel like possibly cavalry attack could work on that side. And now the cannons deploy. Ooh, you lost a lot, yeah. All of these units down here are able to fire up at us, while we are we're not really able to respond in kind. So losing lots of guard units. Oh, now they're moving on this side as well. Why aren't you guys firing? That was depressingly few shots being fired from that. Okay, we've got fire going down throughout the entire thing. I'm gonna move in and attack these guys through here. Okay, we've got fighting throughout here now. Oh shit! We've got enemy reinforcements coming out through there.
Your men have killed their general, sir.
Well, that's nice. Push through. There might not be any reinforcements coming this way then. Move them immediately. Alright, move to the side over here. Might need a little bit of support. Guard units are like completely thrown. Alright, cavalry needs to push through here. I can't have you sit over here. You need to be over here. Fire shrapnel shot. We're holding on here, but barely. And we're holding on here. That's also kind of barely. You aren't really firing, are you? See about breaking this. Yeah, right now this does not look too good. Shit. The general's about to get shot to pieces if he doesn't move away. Right, we are breaking up quite a few units here. The problem, of course, is I won't be getting any... Oh, there's big... tons of reinforcements coming in there. I need to push these units into there. The cavalry has successfully kind of broke up that part. So that's good. But all of this... it's gonna kind of be hard to handle. See if you can break the rest of that. You know, General, you can support by shooting down some of these. Maybe we can save some of these units on the hill here.
Your men are routing, sir.
The cavalry managed to like break tons of enemy units here. Just in time here for the reinforcements to turn up. Maybe if I strike them, I can force them to retreat.
Damn lily-livered cowards! Your men are running,
Oh
sir.
yeah, unfortunately we're running here on the hill. But the reinforcement units are moving up. Take part in this. Oh shit, we're about to get flanked like hell on that side. Let's see if we can move the artillery. Here's a major concern right now. I've got all my cavalry coming in behind the enemy. They're, however, currently not super happy about the position. I need to move the artillery. Oh, now there's enemies coming up behind us. Crap. Okay, we'll abandon this entirely. You will turn around. I need to break the guys on the hill here. We will have to try and shock the enemy into submission. We got troops coming either way. So I want artillery pieces facing either way. Cavalry is unfortunately breaking away. And I don't really have it doesn't look like I have the power there to push those guys off. You know what? I think we're gonna have to make a run for it here. And the second army has to come in and do its work. Because right now, the forces over on this side is routing. As long as the units survive. Oh yeah, unfortunately, yeah, we're gonna have to run. Everyone run! Run from the field!
A unit is running from the battlefield, sir.
We ended up in a really bad position there just because I didn't get my reinforcements. If I'd be able to be pulling on reinforcements, maybe I could have broken the British force. Unfortunately, that was not the case. However, it looks like the Oldenburg army made it out intact. And I did, in fact, savagely beat up quite a few of the British forces. close defeat. We deployed 6,000 men. We lost about 4,000, 2,000 men remaining. The enemy lost 6,000, so we still killed more than what we lost, but we lost a lot. And the army was really beaten up in this fight, as it lost like 60% or even more of its forces. But we did take out 6,000, which leaves about 11,000 left of the enemy, which I think is it's really good, but yeah, unfortunately not good enough. A lifeguard position on the hill there did not really pan out that well. If I'd moved them up so that they actually could fire down when the enemy was at long range, maybe it would have worked then. But as the enemy had time to move up before I actually got to a position where we could properly fire down, multiple units were firing up while only 2 units firing down. So yeah, it didn't go too well there. That could have definitely gone better. 1 unit destroyed. Oh, we actually got a battle mention there where we were defeated by the British. The question is here if I have enough time in this episode to do another battle. The thing is, look at the units, look at how they're broken down. Like, look at how they're broken down, all the units. Supposedly there's 11,000 men out there, but look at the state of them. Like, next battle we will just be able to run them through. Once that's done, they're completely gone. The thing was, I was hoping I'd be able to defeat them with just this army, so then I could defeat them and then lay siege to this. Currently, that does not look like that's gonna happen. I could also just bypass the entire thing, but you know, I would have to draw on these cannons. Are the only ones close to get go. Damn. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to end it here rather than push through and do another battle. And so in the next one, then will come the actual final fight of the British will come, because I will be surely I will be able to push through there, destroy this finally, and then pull this down, set that straight, and then we got the British as our vassal. I was hoping that I would be able to capture some of the British ships, but currently I found one of their fleets. Oh, here it is. I was wondering where it went. And it's ironclads, because you can see the ironclad symbol. I really want to capture those iron... Okay, so no land battle. But I want to go in and see, because I really want to try and capture the warrior class ship. I would love to get a proper ship into my arsenal. Is that a warrior class? Prince Consort class, 42 guns, ironclad. I think that's it. I think that's it. And this is actually a previous attempt where I had tried to capture this ship. So these two are actually German ships. We have a pretty good chance. Last time around though, because this has like 300 crew, we were unable to force this one to surrender. I'm hoping this time there will be a change to that. With that said, let's draw into this naval battle for a third and final battle of this video.
Sir!
I worked so hard, yet the bastard managed to get away. They deployed 3 ships. We captured one, we sunk one, and 1 remains. I tried to corner him as best as I could, and I thought, as the battle ended, like, I got him! But, no, apparently he managed to slip through. Oh, I guess he sunk, the bastard. Oh, I wanted to capture him so badly. There's one other ship. There's one other ship out there. But where is he? Where is he? I want a warrior class ship. Great man, you stupid bastard. Give me a warrior class ship. There. Oh, God. Yeah. I guess I'll have to go without my warrior ship. Given the amount of effort I put down into capturing that one, and I still didn't manage to capture him. Yeah, does not feel good. Anyways, kind of ups and downs in this video. Started off well with us taking the town. Not so well in the Battle of Setsu, the Battle of Setsu Fields in March of 1866. And then, I mean, I was able to sink the British fleet out there, but could definitely have done better. Right. But we've got a bright future for the next one. I'm sure we'll be able to cross the bridge and destroy them, and then force them into vassal ships. After that, I'm thinking we'll do another pause for like a year or so, until either I'm ready to send a tier 2 army to invade the French, or me reorganizing the entire force ready to invade Korea. But that's there's a lot that stands in between that, and you know, a lot of preparation in between then and now. And so, with all of that said, I'll say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.